Okay guys, here we are. We're starting a pool deck this morning. There's my wife Leanne. Hi babe. We got with our clients here, and originally we had talked about a stampable overlay, but when we looked at the amount of work that would need to be done and the fact that we've got to build up a minimum of 3/8 of an inch thick, it really wasn't within the client's budget. We would have had to have ground this to make a transition so it was seamless. So they had seen some photos of a past project that we did where we took the existing cracks and made it look like vines. And so we're going to do that here on these cracks. We're going to even carry it right up the wall and make the rest of this look like large flagstones. So I'm just now in the process of drawing the vine. Last night I sketched out a few vines that I thought would look really cool. And so we're going to give it something along these lines. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are, 8 hours later. All the design is done. There was a crack running up that wall. If you look close, you can see it right there. And then of course all this was cracked. And this is our vines here. Came out really nice. We laid out large flagstones. Saw cut around the pool coping edge. So we carried the vines right on through the pool coping edge. Once again, this was a crack. This was a big one right here. This was a big crack going right across here. It's a really pretty vine design, I like it. And over here was another crack. This one is pretty substantial. It's borderline on something like this. You might want to consider putting some caulking compound in there. The other ones were not as significant, so we can get away with it. And just as we walk around here, it's flagstone. Now we're getting ready to pressure wash and start applying color. We did put a whole nother big vine right over here. I'll move the pressure washer. There was no crack here, but we wanted to tie the back side of the pool deck in with everything else, so it was almost as it was intended. So just for fun, we carried the vine right up to a column, which if you want, now that gives an opportunity to faux finish some vines going up the column if you choose to. So here we are. One last little crack right here. And there's my wife, Leanne. Hi, honey. She's got her hat on. Got toasted yesterday. All right, next step, add color after it's pressure washed. See you in a minute. So you can hear me too.
Okay. Okay.
Hey gang, you can see we've got all of our cutting done. It's a lot of cutting and masking for 250-year-old plus people. Need some young generation. Alright, what I'm using is I'm using the new Chapin acid stain sprayer, and we're spraying diluted black. And this will become one of our colors, and then we'll come in and start cutting in individual stones as well. But it works great. They're selling this as a non-drip sprayer, so you can see how nice it fogs out. Watch when I let off. It doesn't drip, so works great. See you guys. Okay, lovely Leanne and I just finished our acid staining on this nice deck. So as you can see, our vines, which is where the cracks were, looks pretty cool. I'm super pleased with the nice blend of color that we were able to get. There was virtually no cement paste left on this, so it was exposed aggregate or exposed sand. And we just came up with different variations and dilutions of acid stain. So our next step is to clean and neutralize, let that dry, and then we're going to come in on these vine areas with a water-based stain. And of course the The branches, we'll call them, or the vines themselves, will be kind of a bark brown color, and the leaves, of course, will be green. And then from there, it's multiple coats of sealer, and we'll call it a wrap. Seen a few. Okay, here we are. We had the crack going up the wall, so we went ahead and carried it out. In the future, possibly tie into that. So almost 180 leaves later, here we are. So it really came out nice. A lot of saw cutting. This was all freehand cut, every bit of it. We just laid it out with chalk. And pretty much everywhere there's a vine, like we talked about earlier, there was a crack, so that was a crack. Now here we didn't put a crack, or there was no crack, but we wanted to tie it in with the rest of the deck. And it came out really nice. When it's wet, it looks beautiful. The colors are gorgeous from when we cleaned and neutralized. There's a couple happy campers up there. Right here was interesting. We came up with the idea. There was apparently when they had painted the pool coping, there was white paint that we couldn't get out with chemicals or mechanically or pressure washing, so we made it a little leaf. And just to kind of tie it in, we made it an additional leaf right there. So anyways, we're super pleased how this came out. Homeowner said she can't believe it's the same deck, and I agree. It looks very nice. I like the subtle colors, which looks like flagstone, and these were all the cracks, and it looks pretty cool, I think. So anyways, we'll come tomorrow and get her sealed up. And there's our wall. Hi guys. Hey, honey.
Hey, babe.
How do you think it came out?
Awesome.
Cool.
Very pleased.
Well, that's it. It's a wrap. This is our last little bit. Just sealed it. So what we did is we sprayed on 2 coats of acrylic sealer, 50/50. Look how beautiful those flowers are. Yesterday. And then we came back today, and sorry for the shadow, we rolled on a coat of full strength solvent-based acrylic sealer with 5 ounces of non-skid per gallon of sealer. And it took 4 gallons of sealer, 4.5 gallons on about 1,200 square feet. But it's got a really nice non-skid surface to it. Colors came out really pretty. And a little leaf there. And our big vine over here. So you can see what the sealer does. It truly does enhance everything. All right, guys. This was a fun one. So take care.